Coach Reed, you guys have started back, practicing workouts with the basketball team. What has that been like just thus far?
It has been an amazing feeling. I thought I was going to lose my mind at home, doing virtual campus tours with recruits, meeting on Zoom with my players, asking my players every morning to get up and work out. You know, when we opened back up August 13th and the players moved on campus, I was kind of like, are they going to push it back? I don't know what's going on, but to still be here and planning for the season is an amazing feeling.
Right. So, you guys left last season. I mean, had a stellar season. Would have been playing in the SWAC tournament had it not been, canceled due to coronavirus. Like, how do you carry over that huge momentum that you guys had up until, the start of the season?
Honestly, I think those thoughts has made our girls comfortable and complacent. So at this point, we are erasing those, and we are starting a new season. Obviously we want to do some of the things that we did last season, but we got a lot of areas that we have to get better in. So we're not going to focus on what we did last season. We're trying to plan and prepare to do better things this season.
What are some of your expectations for this season?
Well, I think that we have a lot of great players coming back, returning, and we recruited and signed a lot of really good players. We added speed to the floor, we added scores to the floor, we added height and weight around the basket. So our expectations is come in and get it done this season. We obviously want to exceed the bar that was set last year and keep pushing this program forward.
You mentioned, having to, over the pause due to COVID, like having to, wake up your players and say, are you working out? Are you doing this? Like, so what was that like? Have you kind of started to see, some of the conditioning thus far?
Some of our better players who are already in shape, more athletic players, they still look pretty good. The ones who struggle are still struggling. So, but I think we're in a good place. At this point, we're just trying to ease them into the workouts because they have literally been out 6 months, and we don't want anyone to get hurt. And so we're easing them into the workouts with an easy workload, and then as we continue to progress until late September, we'll get a little bit tougher on them. We are essentially 2 months behind. We normally start our workouts in July. We didn't get July, we didn't get August. We're starting here in September. And our first official practice is September 29th. And so when you get to your first official practice, you have 40 days before your first official game. And so right now we're right at about 60-some days from our first official game. So we have a lot of planning and a lot of strategic things we have to accomplish within this short amount of time.
In terms of, goals for this year, obviously the ultimate goal is to always win a championship. Beyond that aspect, the smaller goals of before the bigger goal, what are some of those goals?
We want to be great defensively. My very first year when we went to the championship game, we held opponents under 60 points. This past season, our opponents were scoring 70, 80 points on us. We focused a lot on offense this past season, and we really want to get back to our defensive game because defense is obviously what wins championships. So that's going to be something that we hit hard right now because that's something that you can just teach, with heart. Not a whole lot of skill to play defense, just a lot of heart and grit. And so that's something that we're really focusing on right now.
Who are some of the key players, returning that fans can expect a lot from this season?
Well, fans can expect our returners that are going to be pretty good for us. Again, it will be Amisha Williams, Deja Rogan. We'll get some good game from Keshana Luckett, and yeah, I think those will be our top three this season. And Alexis Payton, she was kind of quiet last season, but she played really good minutes for us. I think she's going to be phenomenal this season. Her workouts has been through the roof, and so I'm expecting really big things from her as well.
The schedule for you guys came out yesterday, and in your 8 non-conference games, 4 of them against SEC opponents. What is that experience going to be like?
Well, we are really excited about it. It gives us the opportunity to stay close to home and to stay in the South region. But our players, we're going to make sure they're prepared and ready to go. The great thing about this season, I think across the board, all Division I programs are on the same level. We all got a late start. We all had, we had different protocols that we had to follow in order to start. So I think this season we are all on the same playing field. And so it's just going to be the ones who are most strategic, the ones who have the most grit, That's what it's going to come down to. So right now, we just got to focus on our players being extremely tough. And every time we hit the floor, I think in this third year, went to the championship game my first year, won a regular season championship game my second year. I think the dog is there now. So if we can just keep that dog going and keep them, after it and wanting to have a better preseason, I think we'll do great this preseason.
Thanks, Coach Reed.
All right, thank you.